Hi, welcome again to my podcast. I'm Dr. Ashwini, a medical doctor at Doc2S. Today, I would like to share on intermittent fasting and how to eat healthy while working from home. Intermittent fasting, or IF, is a growing trend in the health and fitness industry. There are various major health benefits of IF, such as improved blood sugar control and also improved weight loss, which can be beneficial especially for those who are experiencing weight loss plateau and no time to work out. Let me explain to you what happens in a well-fed state. After eating, the complex carbohydrate in a meal will be broken down to simple sugars called glucose and released into the bloodstream. This will trigger the release of hormone called insulin that will help to bring this glucose into the cells to sustain our life processes. Any excess of glucose will be stored in the liver as glycogen. On the contrary, in the fasting state, there will be very little glucose circulating in the bloodstream, and this will trigger the glycogen from the liver to be broken down into glucose to provide energy. Prolonged fasting period will eventually cause this glycogen store to be depleted. And typically, by 12 hours, you would have entered the metabolic switching state called ketosis. In this state, your body starts to break down and burn fat to produce ketone bodies. So instead of glucose, the two main sources of ketones serve as an alternative energy source for all the cells in your body. As we continue to fast to about 14 to 16 hours, our body starts to utilize and burn more fat tissues to provide the energy needed by the body. And that is how IF helps to lose weight while maintaining the muscle mass. So now that we have understand how does IF work, have you ever wondered why do some people able to lose a lot more weight than the others? And in fact, this is a common question that I always get asked by my patients too. While IF focuses more on the timing you eat, but of course, what and how you eat also plays a role in how successful your IF is going to be. There are many different regimes of IF that you can choose from, such as restricted eating period, 1 meal a day, alternate day fasting, 5-2 diet plan, and many more. But the most popular IF regime is still the 16-8, in which an individual fasts for 16 hours and have an 8-hour eating window of the selected timing that suit one's schedule the best. So during that 16-hour fast, one need to abstain from taking any food and calorie-containing beverages. Drinking plain water and no-calorie beverages like plain coffee and tea is allowed. Meals are only allowed in between the remaining 8 hours. The other thing that we always tend to ignore when it comes to IF, and in fact it is actually one of the most important components, would be the refeeding stage. It is important to break your fast with a nutritious, balanced meal that will further improve the functions of the cells and tissues that went through a cleanup while you were fasting. The point is having a balanced meal during the eating period to make sure you get enough nutrients based on the healthy plate model of quarter, half. Your plate should essentially be filled with quarter portions of carbs, quarter portions of protein, which could be from meat or even plant-based, and half a portion of the plate should be filled with fruits and vegetables. Proteins and fibers are known to help us to feel satisfied and full for a longer period of time. Try to avoid processed food like packaged snacks, deep-fried food, sugary drinks, and also frozen food. Remember to keep hydrated even during your fasting period. Having said that, IF is not suitable for children and adolescents below the age of 18, pregnant ladies, breastfeeding mothers, individuals with diabetes, and also those who suffer from eating disorders like anorexia and bulimia nervosa. Make it a practice that you check in and consult with your primary care doctor before trying onto any form of fasting or diet.
If you like our channel, please like, share, and subscribe.